Lost your job? Maybe it's the best thing that's ever happened to you. Imagine you're sitting at your desk, sifting through emails, going through your to-do list, thinking about the reports due by the end of the day, and then your manager unexpectedly calls you into the office. There's a tight knot forming in your stomach. The look on your boss's face tells you everything you need to know. The words that follow feel like a blur, but the message is crystal clear: you're being let go. For Sarah, this was her reality. She had dedicated 5 years of her life to this company, pouring in countless late nights, weekends, and even sacrificing her social life for the sake of her career. The job had become her identity, her sense of stability, and her biggest source of pride. And in an instant, it was all gone. Sarah left the office that day feeling like her whole world had been torn apart. She felt worthless, afraid, and utterly lost. Questions swirled through her mind. What would she do now? How would she pay her bills? Who was she without her job? At first, she spiraled into a dark place. She spent days in her apartment, blinds drawn, avoiding friends and family who were reaching out to check on her. She felt ashamed, like she had somehow failed. But as the days turned into weeks, something incredible started to happen. The initial shock began to wear off, and she started reflecting on her life. She realized just how unhappy she had been in her job, how she had been living each day on autopilot, just going through the motions without any real passion or fulfillment. With each passing day, Sarah discovered a growing sense of freedom. She no longer had to live under someone else's expectations or follow a rigid 9-to-5 schedule that left her drained and unfulfilled. She found herself with time to think, time to rest, and time to reconnect with who she really was. It was as if her life was finally giving her the space to rediscover her true self. One day, while sitting in her living room, Sarah pulled out a notebook that had been gathering dust on her shelf. Inside were pages filled with sketches and notes for handmade crafts she used to create as a hobby. Art and crafting had always been her passion, something she had loved since she was a child. She would make small, beautiful pieces and give them to friends and family as gifts, each item crafted with care and attention. But over time, as she climbed the corporate ladder, this passion was pushed aside in favor of meeting deadlines and achieving goals at work. With her newfound freedom, Sarah began to spend her days designing and crafting again. It started small, just a few pieces here and there. She shared photos of her work on social media, not expecting much, but soon her friends began asking if they could buy her creations. Inspired by their enthusiasm, she decided to take a leap of faith and set up a small online shop to sell her handmade items. At first, sales were slow, and she faced countless challenges along the way. She had to learn about marketing, inventory management, and customer service, all skills she had never considered before. But with each new hurdle, Sarah felt a renewed sense of purpose. Unlike her old job, where she felt trapped and unappreciated, she was now in control of her own destiny. She was doing something she loved, something that gave her joy and meaning. Slowly, her online shop began to grow, and she found herself not only financially stable, but also deeply fulfilled. What she once saw as a devastating loss had transformed into the start of a beautiful journey. Losing her job allowed her to break free from the confines of a role that no longer served her and led her to a path of creativity and fulfillment she hadn't known was possible. She no longer worked just to pay the bills. She worked because she was passionate about what she did. Her job was no longer just a means to survive, it was a way for her to express herself and connect with others in a meaningful way. Sarah's journey taught her an invaluable lesson. Sometimes, the most challenging moments in life are blessings in disguise. When we're forced out of our comfort zones, we're given the opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to find new paths we might never have considered. If she hadn't lost her job, she would still be at that desk, living day to day, never knowing the joy and satisfaction she could find by pursuing her passions. So if you're facing a similar challenge, whether it's a job loss, a breakup, or another setback, remember that life often has a way of redirecting us towards something better. It's okay to feel scared, lost, and unsure. It's okay to take time to grieve and to let go of the life you thought you wanted. But don't let fear keep you from embracing new possibilities. Let go of the worry and allow yourself to be open to the unexpected. As Sarah reflects back on her journey, she realizes that losing her job was the best thing that ever happened to her. She learned to trust herself, to follow her heart, and to create a life that truly made her happy. She found joy not in the security of a steady paycheck or the approval of others, but in the freedom to be herself and to do what she loved. If you're feeling lost or uncertain about your future, take a deep breath and remember, don't worry, be happy. Trust that life is guiding you in the right direction, even if it doesn't seem that way right now. Embrace the journey, no matter how challenging it may be, and know that happiness often lies on the other side of fear. Life's greatest gifts sometimes come in the most unexpected packages. Let go of the worry, trust the process, and believe that something amazing is waiting for you just around the corner.